Hey, Team U, welcome. Listen, we at the hotel, so I had to kind of do a makeshift so we could do a makeshift live. But listen, I think I made it work, girl. If this thing falls, then it's over and done. But I feel like I made it work. Okay, the chair's a little bit low. We gonna make it happen. I would love to see what energy is afoot today. Okay, so if you're ready for this, please tap in. I do not have my tap in sound, so let's tap in here. I'm so glad that you have come to join me today. There is so much beautiful energy that's happening in this world. I am truly loving it. Let's see what comes out. The Three of Swords immediately sets the tone for where we are today. This is not a bad thing. The Three of Swords talks about you reuniting with yourself, reigniting and re-inviting who you truly are, and removing the things that do not benefit you in such a way that it causes you stress, it causes you pain, and it's truly just a lot of heartache. It's very interesting that the Three of Swords would come out. Let's see what comes out with it. And the Six of Swords. So not only are you ready to remove what does not serve you at this point, but now you're thinking about ways that you can spiritually elevate, emotionally elevate, and not allow this to happen again. I talk about this a lot in my conversations about how sometimes we ruminate. We ruminate over the difficult times in our lives without giving way to the fact that not only have we had difficult times in our lives, that's a given, but we don't give ourselves enough credit for all the great things that we have done for ourselves. We don't give ourselves enough credit for all the times that we have shown up. We don't give ourselves enough credit for all of the times that we have shown ourselves love. We've shown ourselves credit. We've shown ourselves the way, the light, without anybody else's help. So the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords coming out together is just you, is me telling you, stop ruminating. Stop. Stop feeling like you have to justify your actions. Stop feeling like you have to explain yourself to everyone who wants to know, like, oh, what happened? Where'd you go? What'd you do? Like, no, you don't owe anybody an explanation. And you surely don't owe people that have benefited off of you not explaining yourself. You don't owe anybody anything. And I feel like that's what the Six of Swords is truly telling you with the Three of Swords. Tap out to tap back in, okay? And with the Three of Swords even coming out this level, hold on, let's tap in a little bit more with this Six of Swords and this Three of Swords, because this is powerful energy here, friend. This is a lot of powerful energy that's happening. If you're just now joining me, girl, we in the West End Hotel. I had to find a nice little place to share this energy with y'all. Okay, so let's look at what this Six of Swords is also telling you. This is deep because a lot of this is in your mind. A lot of this comes down to focus. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the times that you did not show up for yourself? Are you focusing on the times where people use your powers, your spiritual powers, use you in every which way? This is physical. There is, and yes, you're absolutely right. There is power in the name of Jesus. There's power in spirituality. There's, if you find power in focusing your spirituality through a religious lens, that's also very beautiful, and I'm so happy for you. But there's also power in understanding that you can focus too much in what you didn't do instead of focusing on what you can do. And with this Six of Swords and this Three of Swords, I feel like you are consistently focusing on the things that that you didn't do. And that's a mindset shift. And I am so happy that people find love in this. I'm happy that people find humor in this, because we have to understand that not everybody's going to appreciate when you level up. Not everybody's going to appreciate when you put yourself first. And for those that find your next level funny, it's only funny to them because they hate themselves. It's only funny to them because they wanted you to stay in a certain place. It's only funny to them because they know that they cannot do what you are doing. That's the energy. So I want you to take a step back and choose what you get to focus on. There are a lot of things that we cannot control. There are a lot of things that we can control. If you can't control it, then you just can't. But what you can control is your mind, your state of mind. And that takes work. That takes work on looking at your situation. And it also takes work of how you choose to function no matter what the environment you're in. I also would like to go a little bit deeper with this Three of Swords to see what's going on with this. You see what I'm saying? Look, polarity. So yes, you're battling. You're battling yourself. Everything has two opposite poles. I want you to remember this. Hi, everything has two opposite poles, friend. I want you to remember this. So for every negative, there is an extreme positive, and they are all connected. There are lessons to learn, and there are moments where you can move forward with those lessons. Understand that the Three of Swords and polarity is deep, because when you have life experience in a way that changes you, when you have an experience that sometimes you just have to step back and be like, wow, I really went through that. I want you to take a moment and understand that nobody else could have gone through that but you. Nobody else could have seen the way, seen the light, seen the power in what you just went through. Okay, thank you. And there's something to be said about that. You know, a lot of people have gone through losing their job, but not everybody bounced back like you. Let's use that as an example. Okay, you lost a good job. You lost a damn good job. This is just an example, friend. And there are some people who will sulk in the fact that they lost a job and will never ever go for anything bigger or better. They will always say, oh my gosh, I lost this job and now we'll never recover. Those things happen. No matter how you lose a job, whether you was laid off, whether you was fired, whether you got, you had to stand up for yourself and there was a retaliation, whatever it is, you still lost a job. Now, you, friend, you say, okay, listen, I'm going to step back out there and I'm going to up my game. There are other people who are just like, I'm going to sulk in this. I would rather just never go for a job like that again. That's the best I'm ever going to get. That's a polarity. That's a polarity, and there is a huge, huge difference of how we speak to ourselves when it comes to situations like that. That was just an example, friend, and I know there are more. So as you go into the rest of this weekend, I want you to recognize, what are you ruminating over? What are you putting yourself through for no reason? And where can you refocus your attention? Truly, where can you refocus your attention? Now, here's the Three of Wands. Very interesting, coming under the Three of Swords. So we got three angel numbers immediately, along with the Strength card. So seeing the Three of Wands and the Strength card come through, wow, that is amazing. So like I said, you're already ready to step back out in the world. You're already stepped back. You're already ready to show that you are a way of light. You are that girl. Tap in, okay? And I feel like at some point, somebody had to come out and tell you that you are hiding your gifts. Somebody had to come out and tell you that what you have to offer to the world is absolutely next level. Thank you. Somebody had to come out and tell you that. But it took you to recognize that you were focusing on the wrong things in order for that mindset shift to happen. And whoever this person was that came out and said, hey, you are that girl, you got the strength, you have the power, it all lies in you, whoever or whatever that was. She could have been a TV show, it could have been your mama, it could have been anybody. But that person that chose to come out and tell you that, oh my gosh, tap into that energy, tap into that light. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Three of Wands energy, busy in reverse. So you're taking a moment to step back. You're taking a moment to step back and focus on the things that are necessary, not only just necessary, but you're not filling yourself up with busy work. Hey, you're not filling yourself up with things that. So here's the thing: when you have busy work, it can look like a few different things, right? I'm telling you right now, when you do busy work, it puts in distractions for you not to deal with the heavy things. Look, because there is a fear. There is a fear attached to getting to the next level. And I know a lot of times this is for those who have held powerful positions. This is for those who look like they have everything going on the outside, yet on the inside they could be crying out. On the inside they could be struggling. On the inside they might feel like, or you might feel like, that no matter how good you have it going on the outside, when it comes to talking about what you struggle with, when it comes to talking about what your issues are, whatever, you feel like people just dismiss you. You feel like don't nobody understand what you're going through because they automatically say that you should not have any problems simply because you got it going on. And that is a terrible, terrible way for people to dismiss who you are. You don't have to look. One second. So one of the things that I've learned in the world of social work is this. You 100% can look a certain way and people will dismiss you because they believe that. Tap in. A lot of people go undiagnosed. A lot of people go mistreated. A lot of people go without the medication that they need. They go without the therapy they need because they dress their issues in sorrow. Or sorry, they dress their issues in what's the word I'm looking for? In Versace, right? Just so to speak. And when people look at you that way and they say, oh, girl, it's not as bad, right? That's the as bad. It's not as bad as you think it should be because you got the Mercedes Benz. What you talking about? I'm driving a 1992 Honda while you got the Mercedes Benz. So life can't be as bad as you make it or as you seem. Or you should not have those issues because you got all the money. And that is so problematic. And there's a trauma that comes with, but at least you. But at least you don't have to go what I go through. But at least you don't have to suffer the way I suffer. But at least you had this. At least you had that. People will shame you. People will shame you no matter how beautiful your life is on the outside. People will shame you as soon as you speak about troubles that you have. And that is a huge, huge, huge factor when it comes to the trauma of the chosen ones. That's a huge factor. There is a trauma of the chosen ones because simply because when you're ready to step out there in the world with the Three of Wands, show the world your strength, there is still this fear that people will not take your concerns seriously. Tap into that. Ooh, that message was powerful because how many of you have dealt with the at least you? How many people want you to dumb down your experiences of hurt, of pain, of trauma because they believe that you don't deserve the level of hurt that you're going through because you're driving a certain car, because you have a particular job, because you have the family that looks a certain way? Like, how many people have dismissed you because of that? We gotta really dive into this level of dismissal that the chosen ones go through when they are ready to step out. So first we're talking about ruminating and finding your focus, and now we're talking about when you're ready to step out through finding your focus, that you still have this fear that you're fighting with because of the simple fact that people are so easily dismissible. People just dismiss you because they believe that you should not have to go through these problems. Listen, how many times have we made that mistake that you shouldn't have these problems? How many celebrities have we seen supposed to have the perfect life and end up taking their own? It is nothing cool about dismissing the chosen one's journey simply because the outside world believes you should not have any issues. And that's where the Nine of Pentacles comes in. I'm here to tell you right now, friend, that no matter who is deciding to dismiss you, no matter who does not believe that your concerns should not be what they are, I'm telling you that you have every right to feel and believe how you do. You have every right to show strength on the outside, but know that there is something holding you back through fear on the inside because of the way society has treated you and believing that you should not have problems because you have all the materialistic things that are going on. I'm here to help ground you in that. I'm here to help you figure out or see that I'm here to check on my strong friends. I'm here to ask you, like, are you okay? Seriously, are you okay? This is for my chosen ones. This is for my beautiful, enlightened people. Are you okay? It's too much going on out here in the world, and people expect you to pick up everybody else's slack because they believe you got it going on. And the fact of the matter is that no, you can't. No, you won't. Everybody else's obligations are not your problem. Everybody's lack of being able to follow through with their dreams is not your problem. I want you to get away from the people that, oh yeah, I'm going to do. I need you to take a step back and recognize when you're going to stand 10 toes down for yourself. You don't have to take care of everybody. That is not your job. That's just not your problem. And there is something beautiful in recognizing that no matter, you could have $1 million in the bank, you could have $500 in the bank. At the end of the day, what you give to the world through your strength and having a fear attached to it because people literally tell you, oh, it's not that bad for you, like that, we gotta pull away from that. No. And I'm here to tell you, as with Nine of Pentacles energy and the Knight of Swords energy, that absolutely not. And let me tell you something. I don't give a damn. My microphone over here. I don't give a damn. I don't give a good damn about who got something to say about you living in your full light. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your cousin. I don't care who it is. You do not have to walk in a fear of stepping into your true light when you're around me. No. And I want you to take a step back and talk about the fears that you have gone through simply because people told you that you should not feel a certain way because of what they perceive your life should be like. I want you to take a step back and see how much you shut down over the years of not being your true self or hiding a part of you simply because people always throwing darts at you. I want you to take a full-blown step back and recognize how your light has been dimmed. Not necessarily always by you, but people trying to overshadow you and telling you that you just simply don't have the right. Isn't that wild when you think about it? Isn't that crazy when you think about it? And that's so dangerous. That is so incredibly dangerous. And I'll continue to say that it's dangerous because when you dismiss enlightened ones, when you dismiss them, the collective consciousness suffers. When you dismiss them, the world suffers. And there is, look, Nine of Pentacles, lucid dream. So there is this spiritual deficit that happens with you when you choose to stay silent simply because you don't want to agitate someone else, because you don't want to agitate them and asking more about you, because you don't want to agitate somebody else's misfortune. That's not how you roll. You cannot dim yourself. You cannot tell yourself to stop simply because other people decided to choose different in their lives. You cannot do that. So that lucid dreaming, becoming more aware with the Nine of Pentacles is even powerful. Tap in. That's even powerful. And look, the Knight of Swords is telling you at this point in time, those people aren't even worth it. Wow. It's actually wild how the Knight of Swords is saying there is a mystery to your spirituality. And that this mystery is going to start becoming more unpacked as you work through your fear of making yourself small for the sake of saving other people from their own bad choices. Tap into that. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about the fact that you and your decisions, how you decide to move through life, how you decide to make your money, whatever it is, how you shine, okay? Can we talk about the simple fact that you living your life is a straight reflective mirror of how other people have made bad decisions and don't have any type of can do about themselves? That's why it's so easy for people to try to shut you down. That's why it's so easy for people to say, oh, but at least you don't have, or at least you don't do. Hey, eat your, oh, I like that. Eat your words, tarot. That's beautiful. Can you imagine? Can you imagine energy lurking in the shadows, waiting to tell you to be quiet because you get to cry in a Mercedes instead of crying in a 1992 Honda? Like, girl, your life choices ain't got nothing to do with me, but it's very interesting that you want me to be quiet because of how you think I should live my life. That's deep. That is next level. That is so insidious. And the way that it works, I know chosen ones have been through this so much because it's almost like it just bounces off of their ears. Like they don't even know they're in a situation like that. They don't even know that they're feeling off for a certain way, because what's truly happening in that moment is you are being next level dismissed. And it happens vibrationally. It happens on a frequency that sometimes you can't even notice. Tap into that. Sometimes you don't even notice. And I'm making you aware. I'm bringing this awareness to you because you have to know how to operate when it comes to people wanting you to not interact, to not have a safe space, to not be able to level up. I want you to truly be aware of how people do that. Hey, hey. I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. So let's see what else we have going on. This is the awareness. This is the energy I want you to bring into the weekend. You have a little bit of homework to do. Your homework is to recognize how you have been holding yourself back in fear of people throwing your success in your face. That's what I want you to do. And as you do this, wow, judgment, boom. As you do this, as you recognize what you truly, what you have 10 toes been ignoring or not addressing. That's why busy came out in reverse earlier. Because you've been doing so much busy work, you haven't been able to focus on what it is that's truly bothering you. And I'm here to tell you, ooh, that judgment coming out is wild. What else? This feels good. And 10 of Wands, it's so time to put down other people's burdens. It is time to put down other people's burdens. Drop it. All of it. All of it. I tell you now, and I will tell you again, it is not your job. It is not your job to take care of other people's lack of, determination. Kujichagulia is a real thing. That's why it's one of the principles in Kwanzaa. Kujichagulia, self-determination. But people want to skip over the self-determination and go through cooperative economics only when it benefits them. And by cooperative economics, I mean that they want you to cooperate with their economics so that they can do whatever they want to do without giving back. They live without Nia. They live without purpose. They live without creativity. Wow, this is powerful. What else feels good? They live without Imani. They live without faith. They live without faith. They live without direction, and they want you to be their North Star. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know why you're so strong, how you able to bounce through all these situations. You're able to do that because you have an inner guiding light. But that still don't mean that you don't struggle. I'm telling you right now that I see you, friend. I see you. And these people see you as, wow, it's interesting that silhouette came out before, because these people see you as a spirit of protection. That's how they see you. And I can see that too. People come to you, dumping on you about their ideas that they're never going to never get into. Tap into that. And it's almost like people want you to dismiss or look over. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. They want you to overlook the fact that they don't even put their own energy into what it is they want to achieve, and they want you to do the work for them. That will never, ever, ever, ever be you. I see you, friend. You got to pull yourself away from people that want you to do their work for them. I'm talking about in love, in life, at work, everything, in the friendship, everything. There's always you who got to be the fixer. It's always you that got to pay. It's always you that got to show up. But when it's time to flip the switch, switch the flip, whatever. When it's time for them to show up for you, they don't. And so when I see that the judgment is powerful, and when I see that the Ten of Wands is when you put down all of that weight on your shoulders of carrying everybody else, when you are like, okay, I'm done, I'm through, people are going to find that problematic. And I say, let them find it problematic. Because if they froggy, they finna leap. And if they leap, they're going to leap into a black hole with nothingness, because you're not going to catch them. If they want to catch a friendly fade, then that's what can happen. But most people aren't able to do that because they scared of their own shadows. That's the thing. When you got the trauma of the chosen ones, it's not that they can't face their own shadows. It's not that they can't deal with their own demons. It's not any of that. What they're saying is that don't dismiss me because I made better life decisions, or I was able to handle the cards that I was dealt with. Don't do that to me simply because you cannot do that for you. That's what's being said. That's what needs to be honored. That's the clarity. And that's why your homework this weekend is to look at all of the times that people relied on you to do their work. And it's time for you to remove that access to you, man. This is a different type of access. I know when y'all listen to other spiritualists say, oh, it's time to remove access. Girl, I'm telling you how to do it. I'm telling you what to look for. I'm telling you how to play the game. Because people will siphon you in the slickest ways, and because you got a good heart, because you don't mind helping other people, because you really just, you want to chill, you're just on your grind, you just love people, you love life. Okay, just because, listen, people will take advantage of you in the slickest ways. Everybody's heart ain't bleeding. Everybody is not in distress. Everybody is not going to, listen. What's the phrase, y'all? You teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime, but when you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. That's what people are doing with your energy. You are giving them your energy, and they are using it day by day. Instead of them learning how to teach themselves to fish, because listen, I know that you've already tried. How many more conversations you need to have with the same person about what they really need to be doing with their lives? How many, friends? All of them, right? That's exactly what I thought. You ain't even have to answer it because I already know, because I've already been there as well. And I have studied these people. I've studied how look, the Ace of Pentacles came on out with the Queen of Pentacles. When I say I study how these people move, thank you, confirmation for that. Tap in. Well, with the Eight of Swords, learning how to move away. Learn how to That was my ninja sound. Okay. In my mind, I'm moving through the trees. You can't even see me. Okay. So listen, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles coming out. This focus is on you, grounding you. This focus is you being seen. This focus is you stepping into a light, understanding that in the smallest ways, people will take from you, but it affects you in the biggest way. It is one of the hardest discussions that we need to have, because I will no longer sit by and allow the chosen ones to not be seen, because they feel trauma, they feel dismissed, they feel neglected, simply because people say straight up, you don't got it that bad. Girl, what the heck is that bad? And what is their line? What is their scale of not that bad? Huh? I always just want to know what the issue is. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And you'll see the more you start pulling away from these type of people or removing your power little by little, just to see what falls out of the tree, the more you see it, the more you're going to be like, very interesting. Very interesting. Ace of Pentacles energy. Oh my gosh. Confident, ambitious, loyal, expressive, and proud. Ace of Pentacles. It actually came out, check these T's, tap in. It actually came out with the Leo energy, 114, 411. Information. What's the 411, hon? Let me know. If you old enough to get that reference, let me know. Wow. Explorative. This Leo energy that just came out is all the information you need. All the information you need. And the fact that we came out with the Strength card earlier, way earlier, with fear, tap into that. Tap into that message. What you got with the Queen of Pentacles? Tap in. This feels good right here. Renewal. Spirited. Grace. That's what's coming with the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. I'm also feeling like somebody think you real cute. Somebody might think you real cute. As a matter of fact, somebody might think you real cute and might like this new version of you and will step into a position of leadership in some way and inspiration. But this also, this number 11, this is very interesting. Because there's a different duality that's happening here between the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like a lot of this has to deal with the fact that you might not believe fully that you deserve all of your blessings. I'm calling you out, friend. You truly might not believe that you deserve everything that you have worked hard for and more. And that's another fear-based situation, because you feel like you got too much. Because society has filtered this conversation like, oh, you don't need all of that, girl. What? Why not? Why not? No, you might not need all of that, but you do. You want this. This is your desire. Build a comfortable life. Build an extravagant life. That's what you're supposed to do. And just because they cannot do that does not mean that you quiet yourself. I am so sick and tired of these duds coming out of the woodworks in your families, in your friendships, at your jobs, in your creative circles, telling you how you should spend your currency. That's your energy. That's your time, that's your money, that's just how you speak, what you think about, what you invite into your life, all of that is currency. And the fact that people think they should tell you how you should function within that currency is wild. Is wild. I think you need to doge your entire life. That's right. I think you need to have a department of government efficiency, the Department of Chosen One efficiency, and start to look at where you're wasting your time, where you are wasting your money with people. That's right. You need to strategically look at what's going on. Because these people are so self-serving. Most people are. That they never look at how other people behave around them or shudder when they are around simply because they are just sucking out the energy. Tap into that. I like that. I'm going to keep that in my repertoire. Doge your life. Let's see where some good energy that you can begin. Am I going to be able to pick up these cards with these nails off this table? Let's see. Let's see. Barely, but we made it happen. I wasn't even able to get all of the cards. Well, let's try. Okay, you're getting somewhere, y'all. It's so wild when you're not at home and you gotta, do some makeshift stuff, but we make it work, right? I don't know. Let me see this card right here. Come on through. Boom. All right, let's see where you can start to kind of pick apart where you can go from this point forward, okay? Ooh, I see you want to come out. Let's see. One more, y'all. One more. Because this is about to get wild. This is about to get wild. Come through. Oh, tap in. Ooh, here we go. All right. Y'all ready for this? Because we're not just over here reading cards. That's easy. We can do that, right? What we do over here is we provide a level of divine strategy, right? So that you can not just sit here and be like, oh, that was a good word. Like, there's actually movement happening. So remember I said this weekend you're going to act as your own Doge in your life, where you're going to do the Department of Government Efficiency for your life and see where you are wasting your time, your money, your resources, your thoughts, even how you pick up the phone, whatever it is. There are a lot of self-help books out there. There are a lot of books you probably already own that you have not cracked open yet, and you are going to do that. You are going to, even if it's a diary that you crack open, let me tell you why. I pulled out Biblio and Phonos, right? So if you are a bibliophile, what that means? That you read a lot of books. If you are have a bibliography, that is a biography about yourself, right? You have the Bible, right? A source of divine information. And then you have sound, right? So microphone, right? Phonograph, telephone, where you call on the phone. This is sound. This is sound advice. This is sound movement. Because we started off with the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. So again, and then we clarified with polarity. So which way you're going to go? What are you going to put your mind to? What are you going to choose? You're going to choose to sulk, or you're going to choose to move in positivity. And then we clarified that with what? I think it was focus, right? Yep, it was focus. So now that we've taken this full circle back around, what are we going to focus on? First, we're going to enact what it is that we fear the most, right? And that's a hard conversation. The second thing we're going to enact is you are going to incorporate sound. So if it's a song, I don't care what song it is, okay? Let me tell you something. My husband right now has been listening to this cat named Primo Rice, okay? Primo Rice. I listen to rock and roll. My husband listens to rap music. He listens to this guy named Primo Rice, and I've also been listening to this guy named Big X the Plug. And let me tell you something about these cats, okay? Yeah, they talk a lot of BS, okay? They do. But I like to call that type of music motivational realism. And that's what you're going to do in your life today. You are going to enact motivational realism. That doesn't mean you dismiss the negativity in your life. It doesn't mean that you just dismiss what's going on. No, you have to deal with it. That's what makes you powerful, is that you're able to deal with the adversity. But you are going to bust out a book, journal, your Bible, your Quran, whatever, okay? And you are going to start writing words, writing sentences, paragraphs that you connect with. I love doing the form of bibliomancy. That means I pick up a book, maybe I haven't read in a long time or I haven't read it all. I just bust it open and I just read whatever's on that page. And whatever sticks out to me, I write it down. I have a whole book of just writing down stuff for that purpose. And you're going to do it with music because you are going to enact the power of motivational realism. And the real is that you can no longer give this level of power away. What else you got for them? Tap in. Come on, divine. Tap in, God. What else do you have for them? Ooh, it felt like you want to come out. Look, own. Complete set of. This is the totality. I'm telling you, you dojing your whole energy right now is the way to go. It is literally telling me like you are going to complete this project this weekend with what? Ooh, and you're going to create an assembly. You are going to create an assembly of people that have touched on every part of this. And you are going to ensure that you enact the laws, the divine laws that you have set up for yourself during this time, through your prayers, through your rituals, and you're going to just cut it off. Okay, what they say, no more soup for you? Let me know if I'm too old for that too. No more soup for you. Okay, a few more pulls before I get up out of here. My husband and I are going to go to the mall. We're going to go shopping. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Ooh, this was such a good reading. I love this. Ooh, I want to go back and listen so I can turn it into a beautiful, beautiful podcast episode for sure. Look, perseverance. What else feels good? What else feels good? Perseverance and the cycle. The cycle of perseverance. Or perhaps you're even continuing to persevere through breaking cycles. Give me a third word. Give me a third. Look, virtue. The cycle of virtue. That's what you're persevering for. Steady persistence in a course of action, a purpose, or a state, especially in spite of discouragement. Tap into that. In spite of discouragement. Tap into it, friend. What was the message for today? About people discouraging you from sharing what deeply troubles you simply because they believe that you should not have any problems. I want you to back up out of all those people, all those situations, because that's not what it is for you. Yes, you get to shine bright, but you also get to have troubling moments, and I see you for that. Don't make you no less, and it don't make them no better. And it's also interesting that when people do that, what they try to do is they try to bring you down, not just like emotionally, but when people tell you that you do not get to feel or express yourself simply because you made it, because you have a level of success, when people tell you that, it's almost like they're trying to get you off of your high horse. And that says a lot about how they view themselves and how they view themselves in connection with you. We don't do that. We don't do that. And that, again, is very insidious. I've been in friendships like that. I went to high school with girls like that, who believe that they have to knock you down off your high horse because you have a certain level of success and they don't. A lot of people do that. Listen, I'm a big fan of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's one of my favorite sitcoms. And even that happened to Carlton, because Carlton didn't grow up a certain way, because he didn't present himself in a certain way. Will was always clowning him as if he was less than simply because of what he had. It don't make you less. So I'm just here to tell you, friend, that I see you and I understand where you're coming from, and that we're going to create a community of all of us. And that's what it is. Let me pull one more before I get up out of here. And then, ooh, that was deep. Divine Feminine on the bottom. telling you. It's interesting, I just said that, and I pulled, that's what made me take a stop, and then I had pulled Divine Feminine when I cut the deck, and Haunt was on the bottom. And me having a conversation, and literally just saying, like, they try to pull you off your high horse because it shows how they've been making bad decisions in their lives that haunts them. It is irritating to them. It is nails against a chalkboard for you to be able to operate. Still recognize that there's some friction in your life, and still be the bomb. Still be desired. Still be honored. Still have wisdom. Still be receptive of life. So having Haunt and Divine Wisdom next to each other, this is them, this is you. This is them, this is you. These things don't mix. And that's what I'm going to leave you with, friend. All right, let me get on so I can go shopping with my husband and have a great weekend. We out here in the cold, girl. It's cold. It's cold out here, okay? That's where I am. I'm in the cold. So I think I really thank where we at? Are we at the, no, we're at the JW. We're at the West End. Thank the West End for allowing me to utilize their downstairs space. It's been really cute. It's been groovy. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm going to finish drinking my Starbucks, and I'm going to go get me some breakfast. And I love you guys so much. Remember, you are enlightened. And the divine me recognizes the divine you. Namaste. Bye. Good morning.